subscribe to our channel. VPN provides you with tools and information to run your business smoothly.
I've been getting a lot of questions about what is the difference between a mailbox address and TruLease address. One of the most asked questions you voice is, can the mailbox and TruLease address be used for the same thing? The short answer is that the mailbox address and TruLease address serve different purposes and have different uses. I'll cover each address type in detail. First, let's talk about mailbox addresses in a general sense, about what it is and some common misconceptions. What is a mailbox address? A mailbox address is a commercial street address with a unique mailbox number attached to it. It's normally run by a commercial mail receiving agency or CMRA, also commonly known as a mailbox store or center. A typical mailbox address may look like the address you see on your screen. 1234 John Wayne Boulevard, number 9771, Startup City, Nevada 10001. Now, what makes a mailbox address different from a normal commercial street address? A mailbox address is really a commercial street address, but with two big differences. First, it comes with a mailbox address number attached to the end of the street address to uniquely identify mail for a particular mailbox. Second, it's flagged as a CMRA address in the USPS address database. USPS has a special designation for a commercial street address that provides mailboxes to customers. This particular designation in the USPS database is what differentiates the address itself from a normal commercial street address. Okay, you're still with me, right? Let's answer another common question. Is a mailbox address the same as a P.O. box? No, they're different. A post office box or P.O. box is a special box you get at the post office. The box itself is located inside the post office, and the address is similar to what you see on your screen. P.O. Box 1234, Johnson, Nevada 10001. Notice that it's not attached to a street address like the mailbox address is. Now you know the definitions of a mailbox address, I'll go over the uses of a mailbox address in VPM's world. A common question about the mailbox address is if you can use the mailbox address for a driver's license. If you're renewing or updating an existing driver's license, you can use your mailbox address as your designated mailing address. Your new driver's license will be mailed to this address. But you cannot use your mailbox address to obtain a new driver's license when moving to a new state. The process requires that you submit proof of residence in the state, which a mailbox address will not satisfy. With that, another popular question is if you can open a business checking account using a mailbox address. No, you cannot use a mailbox address to open a business checking account. Federal KYC regulations require a business or individual to provide proof of physical address in the U.S. when opening any financial accounts that involve the flow of cash. For KYC compliance purposes, these types of addresses are not considered a physical address. A P.O. box, mailbox address, address tied to a registered agent, address tied to a virtual office, address tied to a co-working center, and a virtual mailbox. Because of what we just discussed, a big question is if you can open merchant accounts like Stripe or Shopify Payments with a mailbox address. Unfortunately, no. Merchant accounts involve the flow of cash and therefore are subject to KYC regulations. You would need a true physical address like the one you can obtain through our TruLease service. More on that later in this video. Can I use my mailbox address for credit cards? Yes, although you may encounter some obstacles from certain credit card and charge companies like American Express. When applying for new credit cards, card issuers will check the address against your credit report to determine whether the address matches. If it doesn't, then they may require additional proof. Basically, mailbox addresses are not an ideal address solution for opening and maintaining financial accounts. But what about for forming LLCs or corporations? In most cases, yes, you can use your mailbox address to form an LLC or corporation as these are not subject to KYC regulations. Last and most popular question is, can a mailbox address be used as a permanent address for official identification, documents, and taxes as a U.S. citizen living abroad? You cannot use a mailbox address to establish new permanent residency in a state. However, you can use it to maintain your existing residency. The reason you cannot use a mailbox address as your physical address is because you may be required to show proof of address for various legal and government documents when applying for new IDs. You can, however, use your mailbox address for filing taxes with the IRS or state authorities. Okay, so that covers most common things about our mailbox addresses and uses. Next, the other address type, TruLease. A product we have is TruLease, and here's how it's different from the mailbox address. I'm going to define what a TruLease address is. TruLease is a true physical address that you obtain through the TruLease service. It can be used to satisfy KYC compliance and proof of physical address requirements. VPM does this by partnering with building owners who have office space available to rent. This helps customers who need office space and eases the process of leasing an office by removing some traditional leasing requirements, such as personal guarantees. You also get a lease agreement and optional utility bill as proof of address. And is a TruLease address a physical address? Yes, the address that's tied to the office you lease is a true physical address. This office address is not linked to a mailbox address, a virtual office, a co-working center, or a registered agent office. Since a TruLease address is a true physical address, can I receive mail there? Yes, you can receive mail at the physical address. I know you're probably wondering how you'll be notified when your mail arrives. Does it get scanned? Because it's a partner address, your mail cannot be processed and scanned on site. Instead, mail received at the TruLease address is periodically forwarded to one of our processing centers first. Please note, this can delay the availability of your mail by about 1 week after the mail is received. Now that you know what TruLease is, here's a few ways on how you can use it. Can I use a TruLease address to open a business bank account or merchant account? Yes. You'll need to have a legal lease agreement to show that you leased a physical office. You can use TruLease to open any business financial accounts, such as a bank account or merchant account. Now, you're probably asking yourself, since it's for banking, can I use a TruLease address to open a personal bank account? Unfortunately, you cannot use a TruLease address to open a personal bank account. This is because banks require personal bank accounts to be opened with a residential address. The address you obtain through TruLease is a commercial office address and is for business use only. Let's summarize what we just talked about. How is a TruLease address different from a mailbox address? There are quite a few specific differences between the two types of addresses. First, a TruLease address is a real physical address and not flagged as a CMRA address like a mailbox address. Second, there may be a delay in receiving mail at the TruLease address, while a mailbox address usually makes mail available for you to view online within 1 business day. Third, a TruLease address is primarily for proof of address purposes and comes with a lease agreement and optional utility bill. A mailbox address does not provide such documents. Fourth, a TruLease address can be used to open financial accounts or any service that touches on the flow of cash. This includes bank accounts, merchant accounts like Stripe or Shopify Payments, Amazon stores, and there you have it. If you have any more questions about TruLease, we have some videos and articles for you. Check them out in the description box below. Did we miss anything? Don't be afraid to leave us a question or comment. Learn more.